Hi and welcome to today's Takeaway Challenge. What we'd like you to do today is to design a room. Now we're going to use some special 2D planning software to do this. Well, actually it's just a website or a free app, so there'll be a link underneath to the app that you can use on Android tablets, or you can use it on iPads, and you can also use the website planet5d.com, and there'll be a link to that below as well. So you can plan in 2D, but what's really cool is that you can see your drawings in 3D, and if you use the app you can also see your drawings in augmented reality too. So it's lots of fun, it's really easy to use, so keep watching and we'll show you how to use it. This is how to use Planet 5D on a browser, so I can use this on a Chromebook or a PC or a Mac. And then down here you'll see that there are links to downloading the iPad or the Android version, which I'll come on to later. So you'll need to sign in so that you can save your work. So you'll need to speak to parents and make sure that you can sign in using one of these services where you have to be over 13. This is why you need to speak to parents. So I'm clicking this Google button here, and that will just sign me in. So I've already signed up for an account. And I'm here, so all I do now is I click Start Now, and then this will help me to design my room. So I've got these choices: start from scratch, my projects, or templates. So I'm just going to start from scratch, and then when I do that I get a room. So I've got all this introductory thing that I can step through, so I can change the size of my room, put different items in the room, so I'll let you read that on your own. So I can make this room bigger if I want. I can just drag it out so that I've got more space in the room. That's totally up to you if you want to do that, or if you want to keep with the same size of room that you get at the start. So anyway, there's my room. Now over here on the side I've got a few options. So here I can click, I can add rooms to it, so I can add other rooms as well, but I'm just going to start with one room, so I'll close this. And then down here I can actually add some features to the edge of the room, like I could add windows, and you'll see that some of these have got a padlock against them, which means you need to pay for them, but there are lots of free ones you can use. And it's very clever. If I move this around, then they snap to the walls so that it goes into the walls, and you'll see as soon as I've done that I can delete them, I can move them around, I can change what they look like, so you can play around with these tools. So I'm just going to get another window, pop that over here, and then quickly I'm going to go get a door. So I can go room doors, entry doors, glass doors. So I'm just going to get a door. I'm going to pop my door over there. So you can just explore these other things and put them in the rooms. So upholstered furniture, I could go get a sofa. I can drag my sofa and put my sofa in the room. And then I've got a rotate button down here, so I can rotate to decide what this actually looks like. When I put it in the room I can turn it round. So a few other options that we've got here. I could duplicate it, so I can get another sofa. I can rotate it so it goes side to side. I can mirror image that sofa. Again, just turn it round, and then I can delete it. So I can move my sofa around. One thing you can also do is if I click this brush button here, I can change the textile that I want the sofa to be made out of, so you can have lots of fun changing the sofa design. So I can move that round to where I want it, and if I come back here you've got lots of different things that you can add. So I've got lots of storage, lots of beds. Don't forget to scroll down here as well. I've got lots of lighting, video, TV, audio, different equipment. Then down here there's plants, there's all sorts of different things that you can add down there as well. We got some outdoor things. If you're doing an outdoor room, then I can click on recent to see all the things that I've recently added. So you've got lots of things that you can add. I'm just going to put a rug there. One nice thing that you can do when you've done this is you can go to this 3D button and you can see what your room looks like in 3D, and you can turn it round there. So I've come back to one of my other rooms here that I've done a bit more work on. So I can click on 3D and I can have a look at this room and move around it in more detail, see what it all looks like. And I can come up here. If I want to share this with other people, I can click on this share button and click share project, and then this gives me a link that I can send to people where they can actually come and see my project. But very simply, if you want to do this, one easy way that you could do this is if you're on a Windows device, then you could just go to the snipping tool, and then when you get there you could just take a snip of this, so you can just drag your mouse around it, and then you can save this into your files, and then you've got an image of it. So you can save, I won't save that for now, you can save the 3D or you can save the 2D. If you're on a Chromebook, if you hold down Control and Shift and the key above 6, you can drag around and you can take a screenshot that way. And if you're on a Mac, you can hold down Shift, Command and 3, and then you can drag around the area that you want and you can save it that way as well. So that's a quick look at how to use Planet 5D on a PC, Mac or Chromebook, and what we'll do now is we'll have a look at how you do that on a tablet. So this is how to use the free Planner 5D app on an iPad, and an Android tablet is going to be very similar too. Now, as far as I can see, unlike the web-based version, you don't need to sign in to use this, and you can see a project that I've made where it says new project here, but I'm going to go and tap this green plus to make a brand new project. So it opens up like this. Now if I want to make the walls bigger, I can double tap the green dot, and then I can drag the green dot out, and then I can make the walls of my project a little bit bigger if I want so. And then what I can do, I can use my two fingers and I can zoom in and zoom out and move it round to where I want it. So down at the bottom I could have tapped on rooms. I can add extra rooms, of course. I just don't have to add one room. But the other thing that I can also do, if I just close this, is I can add a new floor. So I could design this room, and then when I've designed this one, I could do another room next to it, and then I could add another floor by clicking on this button here. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just do some basic construction. So down here you'll see it says construction. What I'm going to do is get my finger and just drag this up here so that I can see more space. Tap on construction, and let's put some windows in. So if I tap on windows, just like the PC version, you'll see that some of these have got locks against them, which means you need to pay for them, which we're not going to do. So I'm going to tap on one of the windows and it moves across. And what's very clever is as I move it around with my finger, it will snap. So it will go and fit that wall there. But if I move it up to this wall, look, it automatically turns so that it's facing the right way for the wall. And then I tap and it goes onto the wall. So because we're looking at this from a bird's eye view, that's the way that I see it. So I'm only going to see the top of the object. So I'm going to go and get some doors, and I'm going to go and drop it, and then I can move the door to where I want it to go. So I've got these double doors up there, and basically now I can have lots of fun going around and adding different things to it. So what I need to do now is to go to this next tab that says interior that you can see over here. I'm going to tap on this, and now you can see I've got lots of furniture choices I can put on. Upholstered furniture, sofas, so I can get hold of a sofa and drag it on, and you'll see I've got a few choices. I can delete it. If I tap this edit button, then this is a paid feature, so I don't want that, so I'm just going to cancel that because it is quite expensive and I can do everything I need to do for free. You'll see there's a little tiny green dot underneath it, so I can tap on that, rotate it into the direction I want it to go. And then if I tap on it again, I've got some other options, like I can duplicate it, so I can get a second sofa. I can flip it, but I can always turn it as well. So I've got these features. So you can have lots of fun going through here, choosing all the different things. Don't forget to scroll down, because down here you've got video and TV, you've got audio, you've got computers. There are all sorts of things that you can actually add underneath here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this X in the top left hand corner to come out of this. I won't lose my work, that just saves it. And I just want to show you one where I've got a little bit further. So here's a room where I've added a few more bits and pieces, not too many more. I'm sure you can do a better job than I've done here, but I just want you to look up here at the things we've got up here. So it says 3D. So if I tap on 3D, it will have a little bit of a think about it, and then I can see the room that I've designed in 3D. So if I hold that with 2 fingers and turn my 2 fingers, I can spin that room around, and if I tilt it with 2 fingers, I can move it backwards and forwards. So don't forget that you can actually take a screen grab. I'm moving it with 1 finger now back there. So when I get it into the place that I want, if I want to just take a screenshot, I just get hold of the power button and get hold of the home button on the iPad and press it, and then that will take a screenshot and it will save it to my photo gallery that I've got. There are some other options up here. Just quickly, if I go to the cog, it lets you share a link to it. It's not really much use. This other button here lets me put in another floor, so if I want to add an extra floor to the building, I can. And the button that looks like it would take a screenshot actually doesn't. That's charging you for something, so we don't really want that. So when I go to these renders, it asks me to pay for something so that I can get something that looks like a real room, which I'm not interested in. I don't want to do that. But I do want to show you something that's really cool, which is augmented reality. So underneath the 3D button in the top right hand corner on the iPad, there's this cube, and if I tap it, it brings me into this AR augmented reality mode. And I move backwards and forwards on a flat surface until this yellow rectangle appears, and then if I tap the plus, I can actually add my building. So I can see my design on a real surface in a real place, and I can walk all the way around it, go closer, go further away, and then I can see my design in augmented reality in a room on a flat surface in my own house. So we hope you agree that that was a really easy piece of software to use, whether you're using the app or whether you're using the website. We'd love to see some of the designs that you've done. So if you want to tag us on our Facebook page, or if you want to tag our Twitter accounts, the details are at the end of this video and also in the description. So have a go, have fun, and we'll see you next time.
Click here for more Takeaway Challenge Shirky Flats mystery videos. Click here for other videos in our Takeaway Challenge series. And click here to subscribe to our channel for access to all our content.